Hey folks, it's Greg and Janet with Strange RV Tours, and we are in New Orleans, Louisiana. And today we are going to take a drive, and we're going to go try to find some of the places where Lee Harvey Oswald grew up and lived here in New Orleans. So let's take a drive.
Cool. All right, folks, this was Lee Harvey Oswald's first home, where it used to be, 2109 Alver Street in New Orleans. It actually flooded during Katrina, and now it's been torn down. But this was his very first home in New Orleans.
He was just a baby at the time.
Yeah. Okay, guys, this is the second home where Oswald resided as a baby. It's 1242 Congress Street, down in the 9th Ward in New Orleans. And apparently the neighbors had no clue for years that he had lived here. But not until some reporters showed up one time.
Okay folks, we are in the Bywater area of New Orleans, and we are in front of a home at 1010 Bartholomew. This was the third home that Lee Harvey Oswald lived in here in New Orleans. He was still not yet 2 years old. Okay, we're at 831 Pauline Street in the Bywater area of New Orleans, and this home was I believe the fourth home that Lee Harvey Oswald lived in as a child. His mother Marguerite had both of her boys with her at the time, and when they left here, she left the baby crib here in the home, and the residents that moved into the home after her, you get to use that baby crib to raise their own children. So, and they did, the residents who at one time purchased this home after the Oswalds had moved out did know that Lee Harvey Oswald lived here. So anyhow, a lot of people that lived in these homes had no idea that Oswald grew up in this area. We are in front of an apartment here at 111 Sherwood Forest Drive. It was here at this apartment that Lee Harvey Oswald turned 3 years old. Well, he moved around a lot. This home is located in the City Park area of New Orleans. After living on Sherwood Forest Drive, Lee Harvey Oswald's family moved away. They lived in Fort Worth, Dallas, and New York, and then upon returning to New Orleans, they moved into this property here at 757 French Street. And Lee Harvey Oswald was a young teenager at the time. This area was actually a step up from where they had been living. This was considered a nicer area than the previous homes that Lee had lived in. Okay, this gray building here, the left portion of it is 1452 St. Mary Street. This is one of the properties that Lee Harvey Oswald lived during his time here in New Orleans. Another one of the many properties.
All right, guys, we're in downtown New Orleans now. And this is 126 Exchange Place, and it was a pool hall, and now it's mostly a cab standing area. But he lived on the second floor up here. He said it's a pool hall, so I'm thinking right over here. So you guys, he moved a lot, but anyway, he was only 16. It was 1955. Then next in 1956, I believe he joined the Marines, and then he went to the Soviet Union, and he didn't come back here but 1963. And we'll show you the notorious places he ended up when he got back, right?
All right, we're standing here in front of 4907 Magazine Street in the Garden District. This property here, right back behind it, I'm assuming it's probably this small building back here, but this was the home that Lee Harvey Oswald and Marina lived in, the little apartment behind the home when he came back from Russia. He was living in this home when he was arrested for distributing pro-Castro leaflets on Canal Street. Okay, we're standing out in front of Henry's Uptown Bar at, what's the address here?
5101.
We're standing out in front of Henry's Uptown Bar at 5101 Magazine Street in New Orleans. And this bar became infamous one day in, I believe it was 1962 or 63, when Lee Harvey Oswald walked in, asked the bartender if he could change the TV stations to the news because he wanted to see a story of him being arrested for handing out pro-Castro flyers here in New Orleans. The bartender told him no, that we only watch sports here, and it is a sports bar still today. To which Lee Harvey Oswald got upset and yelled, "Everybody is against me." And at that point, the bartender tossed him out of the place. So this was the bar that Lee Harvey Oswald got tossed out of. All right, everybody, well, we hope you enjoyed our little tour of places that Lee Harvey Oswald lived here in New Orleans. And if you did, please hit the like button. If you like all of our videos, please hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell so that you get notifications as to our future videos. And as the pretty woman always says,
share. Share. All right.
We'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.